because the Bees are looking to end this right here, right now, and secure the top seed for the regular season.
You know what? It just feels like BRAN Esports came into this game with a full understanding of how Blacklist has been drafting for the past 4 games, because the pattern was almost obvious for to Coach Ducky and to Coach BRAN. When they picked up the Eve, it sounded like they were trying to bait out still the Estes pick from Blacklist, because their past few games when Estes was available and roamers were being contested, Estes was always in first base. So I feel like it was Blacklist put in a trap against BRAN Esports, and they just didn't have enough room for for any answers. So game number 2 should be an adjusted draft for Blacklist International, and I feel like this is where teams have started pounding out the weakness of Blacklist, because they don't they don't stray away from tradition. Like Blacklist International during a series, they don't adjust their draft at all. Like they stick with the fundamental drafting. We rarely see them like
really
cause chaos and change it up. The dynamics, it's there. Yes, it's gonna help you inside the game. But if you lose the draft because of it, it's going to matter a lot.
And which makes the victory of BRAN Esports in game number 1 all the more impressive. For the longest time, we've talked about Blacklist and said that you can outdraft and predict Blacklist International, but can you play better than Blacklist International? Game number 1, BRAN said, hell yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And so that makes their game 1 victory all the more impressive. And game 2, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the adjustments. With Eve gone, which was a problem we talked about, they don't want to give the R-Lot to Edward. They're eyeing a different first base. They take away the joy, and at the same time,
I
not
like
available.
this.
We usually see the joy not being banned on the blue side, because you actually prioritize that as the first pick. So since Midnight is smiling beside us, there's something for BRAN Esports.
My brain's like computing like 15 different draft variations right now. But here's the problem for both sides. Kaja, Valentina, Faramis, Fredrin, and what's this? Farsa is open.
Yeah.
Those are key picks for both sides. Now, if you think about it, BRAN Esports, they're opening up the draft. Even if they lose 2 power picks to Blacklist International, they still get 2 power picks of their own on first phase. So it's gonna give them 3 hero advantage over Blacklist International, because those 5 heroes that I've mentioned, it's gonna be consumed on first phase. So BRAN Esports, you have the choice here. You can go with Valentina, you can go Kaja, and you can go 1-1.
99%. High win rate actually for the 1-1.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Since Midnight has mentioned a lot of heroes here during in this draft, you also have to take note that BRAN Esports is the home of Hellkirk Place. Since Blacklist International focused on the assassin hero, so what if there's another surprise? It's not a surprise anymore. We've mentioned the Hellkirk, but maybe a Hellkirk play again for BRAN.
And that makes sense, because BRAN Esports love drafting the Hellkirk if they're up against either the Eve or the Farsa. If Blacklist International show that as one of their first 2 picks here, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an easy Hellkirk pickup for BRAN.
Yeah, I think you have to go Farsa Brody here. Okay, they still go for Estes. Fredrin. Again, they don't stay away. They don't
stray from
tradition. I don't understand the Lancelot ban. You did just open up 1-1 and you did not get Brody. Brody and Claude should be priority on 3rd pick for Blacklist International, but still, it does put BRAN Esports into a place where they can get Valentina, Kaja, Grok. Those heroes are still open for BRAN Esports, and they're not pressured to pick their own jungler right now. You can also argue that picking up an XP lane or XP hero for BRAN Esports is sound at the moment for them, because I feel like Yuzong, Thams, Benedetta, those 3 heroes are really good against both the Fredrin and Estes.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't really consider Yuzong, because we've seen him fail against Estes. But Promise is going to be put on you. And that will be a sort of a counter against the Ube strategy of what Estes provides. And I like the Sterizla. It's a hero that matches up well with the Ube strategy, because they will naturally just group up. And you are susceptible to the penalty zone.
And also at the same time, I don't know, conspiracy theory cap on for Renmar here. I feel like BRAN Esports were thinking, hey, what if Blacklist do what we did and actually are going to put that Fredrin in the XP lane? So historically, which team loves to pick up a Terizla up against a Fredrin and does well with it? Onyx.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's put the Terizla in the XP lane. So maybe that's why BRAN Esports picked it up here.
Okay, Blacklist, marksman pick right now. Main concern is the Hayabusa opener of BRAN eSports. I mean,
Aya.
Hayabusa potential pick on second phase. So I feel like you still play Brody here. Okay, they're hovering at the Lapu Lapu. Oh, they go for the carry.
I've
Interesting.
been waiting for too long.
Okay, here's the thing. Have we seen Edward play Fredrin before on the XP lane?
We did.
Once.
We once did, so that may be the adjustment here for...
Oh, sorry. No. Only Wise played Fredrin for Blacklist.
So what if the adjustment for Blacklist International is we see Edward play the Fredrin and pick a different hero for Wise? Could be an option.
Yeah, could
if
be.
they really want to have that head-to-head with this Terizla, maybe go for another... another sustain aside from the Fredrin, which is on the explain. But we'll see that later on if there are changes for Blacklist International.
I would call this carry pick tunnel vision pick. Because it's mainly just to sort of deal with the Terizla. It does not win the lane against 1-1 as well because it is a skill-based matchup. Like, a lot of micro mechanics will be put into play, but Super Marco will not have that because this 1-1 is not pressured to just go off. He's not put in a place where he needs to pop off because he knows that KalTZ will be will be the main hero on the early parts of the game, especially with how the draft is shaping up to be, because he will be able to get a powerful pick on the jungler role because he is sort of protected because he already sees Estes, Fredrin, and carry. Like, a lot of the junglers are available for KalTZ. Even, again, as I mentioned, the Hayabusa is open. A lot of the assassins are also open. Even the Ling I would consider in this game. Even Akai.
Yeah, if you just want to match up the Fredrin versus Akai scenario, if you want a little bit more kill power, you can also go for this. And still respecting the assassin pickup. So, Blacklist International know that. They don't want to go up against KalTZ on the assassin hero.
Suffers.
Ling is still open though. The biggest question is, can this draft go in such a way that BRAN eSports might actually end up picking the Ling? That is a possibility. Chantel, what else do you see here?
Actually, for Blacklist International, since this is a type of lineup we're in, we already know the roles of these heroes. They just need that hero that is really for the burst. If they're up against Faramis, could be a Kadita, but I doubt that it's an
Savior.
option for them. Maybe Savior, if they want it to go for
Savior
the late
Alice.
game. Lilia could be an option.
Oh, yeah,
I like
definitely.
that. I like
Lilia
that,
is a good one
It's-
since they're up against Faramis.
Yeah, I think somebody already ran it against Faramis and Terizla.
Yeah, that's a good option for them.
I think that sounds like something TNC would do.
Would do, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
Escalera.
TNC, maybe, Escalera, yeah.
Huh, Blacklist, what do you
against-
pick here?
Maybe they go Eve.
You go Yuzong.
Oh wait, no, it's banned, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Lapu Lapu.
So Blacklist International is really focusing on this Lapu Lapu. Remember, game number 1, it was a priority pick, so they have something with this Lapu Lapu, and the only change that we will see still sustain. They have that marksman on the DPS. So for BRAN eSports, they might want to go on the route of the sustain as well, since all of the assassin heroes had been banned for this game.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Hanzo is open.
Oh.
Hanzo, I've tried pushing this towards a lot of people. Hanzo against Estes is something.
Hey,
How about Paquito?
Paquito even, yeah, with the burst. Is Mincetar Rome viable?
Well, in PH, you know.
Yeah, it's
In
tough.
PH, you know.
We only get to see it in the XP, but we
Oh.
see
Oh!
very blacklisted picks. Did
And
Bren go?
Kaja.
Yeah, it's a Kaja for Ogwin, of
Yeah,
course.
it's Kajaro for sure.
Kaja Rome for sure. And then a Baksha. A Baksha for KalTZ. Never
Yeah.
thought I'd see the day.
Interesting.
It's a sponge. It's a sponge pick for BRAN eSports. Not because they're yellow, but it's a hero that can deal with the carry because he does naturally build up towards that blade armor, and he does have a lot of sustain, especially with the tortoise poisons. Forgot how to mention that.
Tortoise.
Tortoise poisons.
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 One of the
Poisons.
most difficult ultimates to pronounce
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
MLBB.
I'll say ultimate of Baksha later
Okay,
on.
you,
Yeah.
you either
Play
go
by play.
you either go Kadita or Lilia here,
Yeah.
Yeah, they really
unless
need that
they
burst.
play Vexana.
Ooh, Vexana. I won't be surprised if Blacklist will pull that off, but so it's gonna be Savior.
Savior, yeah.
We did pause it. I think our main candidates were either the Lilia or the Savior.
Yeah.
But because of
So-
the pool of 3 heroes only,
So
Savior
far.
is a warranted pick for Blacklist International. It is a good tool though to snipe out the 1-1 before the Cult Altar pops off. But the main problem is the Cult Altar itself. Like, yes, you can kind of counter how the Cult Altar works, but against Few, of course, you would expect that he would wait out for the passive first from Xavier to pop out before he uses that Cult Altar.
And seeing the play of BRAN Esports earlier, having those flickers to actually set up, it's a nice call. Or it would be nice to see Few on that Paramis to use the flicker, Shadow Stampede, surprise play, and then that ultimate from Terizla. Penalty zone.
Yeah, okay. We talked about it here. The possibility that Chantel brought up is terrifying when you think about it. Terizla looks so scary right now. Even the shadows are just covering him. Well, in that scene earlier. BRAN Esports drafted a lineup that is meant or has the possibility to end the game within 12 to 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's one of those lineups, and it could be one of those games if Blacklist get caught out again.
Well, the main difference that I'm seeing here is that Kyle TZ is, again, the sponge of BRAN Esports. I mentioned earlier that Super Marco is not required to pop off. I think that changes now. He is, however, required to at least dominate his lane, to just have this amazing tempo with the Baksha when they roam around the map minute 3, minute 4. And Blacklist International, they have to fend themselves off because there is enough damage on the side of Bren. And mind you, these damages are scaling, especially coming out from the Promise, the 1-1, and even the Baksha.
Yeah, and actually for Blacklist International, knowing that this is the type of lineup, that is forced. We've mentioned that earlier, the Flicker Shadow Stampede, the survival play, and first blood will go to BRAN Esports. Another kill possible for Blacklist, but no, there's no counter for them. We can see one's already low on life. Level 4, make it 2 casualties for BRAN Esports at the early part of our game.
The Shadow Stampedes from Few coming in big, and this is not the start you want to have if you're Blacklist International. The possibility of 12 to 15 minutes victory for BRAN is looking more and more real.
Yeah, I want to mention that this carry 1-1 lane is skill-based, but Super Marco has been dominating out since level 1. I've kept my eye on that lane, and Super Marco was always positioned aggressively against the carry. And Blacklist, again, you don't have enough firepower in the early game to deal with the with the aggression that BRAN has. This is the strength of this lineup, especially when they picked up the Baksha. Even though they don't have that sort of damage coming out from the assassins, Baksha is still a a decent damage dealer and an insane frontliner, because when he reaches level 4. I don't think there's anybody on the game that can deal with Baksha level 4, especially with the ultimate up.
Yeah,
Speaking of Baksha, Kaltizi is already there to try and secure this turtle objective, and in an instant, Blacklist International isn't able to contest that one.
Yeah, man. Ogwen.
Ogwen. That was a bit deep, but we could see the aggression of BRAN Esports at that moment. And it's as if they are aware that Blacklist International's lineup is really for the late game.
We were mentioning last game that BRAN was just really confident with their commitments. And this is just really an example of why BRAN was able to win game 1.
Si Idol pala to, and that's the headline for Few. Has now reached 2,000 plus assists.
So in English, you're the idol.
Yeah.
You're the idol. But yeah, on the middle lane, all my business is now low on life. Cannot sustain that, and Kyle Easy and BRAN Esports will secure the 4th kill for this game.
BRAN is just continuing on their momentum from game number 3 minutes in. Super Marco, expected timers already have
bottom
the
lane
corrosion.
though. Bottom lane.
Down now?
Here goes the crossbow tag, and Super Marco will secure that kill and a lead for BRAN Esports.
Mind you, they picked up this carry against the 1-1, knowing that this matchup is not going to be in favor on both sides. But Super Marco was like, hell nah, I'm going to win this lane.
But on the middle lane, there is going to be a play. Nope, for BRAN Esports, it's just really doing an aggressive play, positioning on those places that Blacklist is going to go. And look at that. In an instant, we can see Super Mark on the bottom lane, securing those plates against their Owl. And Owl is secluded on the second tier turret of their map. Look at that.
Yeah, that is bad news for any team where you have the marksman as such an integral component of it in this carry. Stuck behind a second turret, just waiting, looking if he can actually even get farm. The bottom tower of Blacklist International is gonna fall, and that is a snowballed 1-1 in the hands of Super Marco.
Yeah, and you know what's unfortunate? Blacklist International cannot deal with this, because guess what? Where the turtle spawn? Bottom lane. So expect that more heroes will just continuously come towards his area, and Owl will not be able to participate in this fight because he is a carry, he needs more damage. And Ogwen again with the commitment of the Divine Judgment. Didn't even wait out for the turtle to go low.
Yeah, just when we thought that there's going to be a safe play for Blacklist International.
Nice!
The transmission, but again, BRAN Esports will go in for that play. Super Marco kills Edward, making a double kill. We've said that this is a snowballed 1-1. Definitely it is, as Cal TZ will secure that killing spree.
Blacklist gets the turtle, but now they'll be forced to turtle as BRAN Esports snowballed to hell. 9-0 counter-punish kills, even though they lost a major objective.
Look at the gold disparity, 2,300. And Carry is forced to buy boots just to, move around the map. And Super Marco has already the corrosion sight and DHS. Nobody on the side of Blacklist is tanky anymore. The only remaining ingredient that they need is the heal reduction coming out from either the Halberd, the Runs, or even the Dominance Ice, which is now completed in Ogwen.
Actually, for Blacklist International, they still have to wait maybe around 5 minutes for their lineup to have damage actually against the players of BRAN Esports.
Yeah.
Even the Dawning Light could be used for
the
mission. But they see Edward, they see Agent Zero, but they will just go for the turret secure in the top lane.
By the way, Ogwen did not commit flicker at all, so he was like, nah, that's Agent Zero.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna commit on that.
Here comes the flicker, but here comes Ogwen as well. Killing spree for BRAN as Kyle TZ
he stole it.
secure that buff against Weiss. We can see the Bracer Strat being used by Weiss, but the rest of BRAN Esports is already on the middle lane. They want to go for those objectives. They want to go for that nice
Flop!
zone for Flop. Tizzy has the Divine Judgment, is being gone again by Ogwen on this game. What a play.
I just want to point out the micro decision there. Ogwen got the Divine Judgment, but he thought that maybe Flap can actually get my target in the penalty zone. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But you saw him.
It was cute.
He didn't pull.
Yeah.
He didn't pull and move. He was just like, okay, is it gonna? Oh wait, no. Okay, sure. I'll just pull him back.
It was like Ogwen seeing an opportunity to catch anybody on the side of Blacklist, but when he jumped in, he was like, oh, this is such a good penalty zone.
Yeah.
And he did not expect Flap to jump at all. And when he saw the penalty zone, he was like, okay, did it latch? No. Okay, I'm just gonna go back.
I'm just gonna pull him back. This is just again a testament to what BRAN Esports has done all throughout this season.
Oh, but this is not even strategy. This is just sheer chemistry.
Yep.
With BRAN Esports.
In Filipino, this is just BRAN lang malakas.
Yeah, and pure dominance indeed for this game. Now, Blacklist International mentioned that they could, we could see their damage and even sustain 5-minute game time. But for BRAN Esports, with the positioning that they're dealing against Blacklist International, it might be difficult for them. Even a clearing of Minion Wave, having the Saber to be unstacked, maybe on the latter part of the game. But look at that, all the objectives.
Well, level 8, so level 8 against level 10. So what can you do?
Struggling right now. Still is Blacklist. Still no kills. BRAN from positions 1 to 5. I have to say, everyone's playing to near perfection.
Yeah, 8.7k gold lead on the side of BRAN Esports. And your concern right now, it's not even, if you have to list out the problems of Blacklist International, damage is not even #1 from Owl. It's also the sustain, both from Wise and Oh My Venus. Even if you have the heal, there is just enough sheer damage output over the side of BRAN. Look at this, just
Here comes the Divine Judgment, unstoppable for Super Marco. What a nice shadow stampede as the rest of BRAN Esports was on the players of Blacklist International. Here comes the retaliation, but no, there comes the Cult Altar just in time to save the players and to resist that initiation against Blacklist International.
Okay, Flap was like, no, I don't have penalty zone, bro. I don't have penalty zone at that moment, but it was an awesome play come out from the captain, or the El Capitan of BRAN Esports. He's trying to go for it again, but the range isn't there, and they have to back off. Lord is up for the taking here for BRAN Esports. I don't think Blacklist has the capability of contesting this.
Few. It's still too early to call who'll be the MVP of the game, but I'm already thinking it's gonna be Few. Three of the biggest plays to determine the outcome of this game have been by that man. That early game back-to-back pulls to get those kills in the mid, and then that big one there to make sure that BRAN wouldn't fall and even give BRAN a chance to get a big win, although they couldn't find it. El Capitan still definitely has it. Undeniable.
Only a few could really dictate.
Ooh,
Only a few.
only a few.
Only
I like
a
it.
few.
I like
his
it.
play.
That is poetry in motion,
And
Chantel.
you know what? Only a few teams have have managed to deal such a blow against Blacklist International, and Bren might be the first team to go deathless against this team.
Oh yeah, actually, well, we could see a clean kill from BRAN Esports as the Lord will march in on the bottom lane. We can see the immortality already for Y. Super Marco will secure the turret push.
Oh,
there goes the
good.
one judgment. Edward is down. Ancient Series down. Monster kill already for Super Marco. Because also down on players. Blacklist International. This is it as BRAN Esports will go over the tower lock and they will secure the first seed for playoffs.
Classic Bren.
They ran out of minions though.
Classic Bren.
Not just yet. And there we go. Closer and closer to fulfilling an old promise to say that Bren lang